you today. We're really excited to get this capability out into the market. We spent a lot of time and effort in terms of building these features out. So I'm happy to share them with you today. When I joined Arcserve, which was about 2 years ago, we really laid out three key priorities for us as an engineering and product team. The first one was making sure that we were delivering important new features to the market and to our customers on a timely basis. We wanted to make sure that you have the capabilities that you need to protect your business. The second one was really around getting back to innovation at Arcserve. Arcserve has long been an innovative company. We wanted to make sure that we embrace those roots and continue to help drive innovation for our customers in the market. And the third one is really making sure that we are delivering to you a high quality product that meets your needs and is reliable, works as you expect it to, and all of those things. And in my time here, I'm happy to say I think we've made a lot of progress against these goals. I'm going to share with you some of the data around that. We've also invested a lot into our products. In my time here, I think we've added 50 to 60 new engineers to make sure that we were bringing new features, new products to market that really help you meet your needs. So today in my presentation, I'm going to go through a couple things. One, we just did our latest state of cyber resilience survey out into the market. And I'm going to share some of the interesting findings that we saw through that, especially as it relates to what we're releasing today. I'm also going to walk through, most importantly, some of the cool new features that we're launching here as part of UDP 11 and CRS 2.0 to give you an overview of what we built, why we built it, and why we think it's important for you. And then I'm going to turn it over to Hugo and the product management team, and then they're going to drill into the features in much more detail, as well as show you demos of all the new capabilities that we're bringing to market. So some of the interesting things in our survey is, the IT, the world is changing rapidly in front of us. One of the things that is consistent, though, is the threat of ransomware. And what we saw from our survey was still a very large number of our customers and of the market are most concerned about protecting their data against ransomware, especially as these attacks continue to get more sophisticated, leveraging AI to drive more ability to obfuscate and get into your environment. The second one is really something that I've been hearing a lot from all of our customers and a lot of our partners, which is with the VMware acquisition of Broadcom and the subsequent price changes that VMware or Broadcom has been making, customers are really looking for flexibility in their hypervisors. They're looking for different hypervisor choices, and that is one of the biggest trends that we're seeing across the market. And the third one is something I think we're all struggling with, given the shortages in hardware and memory. We're really seeing huge price increases in hardware. We're seeing difficulty, even if you're paying those new prices, difficulty in getting hardware. We're seeing lead times of 3 to 6 to longer months to get hardware delivery. So a lot of market shocks here in the data protection space, and something certainly we're seeing our customers concerned about. The next big trend is around AI. We're not breaking any news here. I think you're all thinking about how can AI help you better protect your environments? How can it make you more operationally efficient? And more generally, how just can you benefit from leveraging AI within your products? We've been thinking about that a lot too. As you can see on the chart here, kind of this anomaly detection, early warning signals is something that we actually launched in UDP 10.3. So hopefully you all are using that, getting benefit of it, or if you need help walking through it, we're happy to do that. But that seems like the number one use case for AI right now in the market. The second one around automating recovery runbooks and testing. That's something that we're going to share quite a bit with you today in terms of how we've implemented DR runbooks into UDP 11. And then you can see the other key metrics here in terms of cost optimization, false positives. These are all things that the market is looking for us to help address with our products. The other big trend, and you heard Chris talk a little bit about this, is this ability to recover. And one of the most interesting things that came out of this survey was a lot of you are very confident that you can recover from a ransomware attack in less than 48 hours. But where that gets interesting is only 35% of you are actually testing that, and an even smaller number have tested full data recovery. So it was very interesting for us to see this confidence that you can recover, but a lack of testing, a lack of planning in terms of actually doing that recovery. And that can leave you in a bad place if you haven't fully tested your recovery flows to make sure that you can recover in the case of a ransomware attack or even just any type of outage. So at Arcserve, what we are working on, what my team is really building is a platform to meet all of your cyber resilience and your data protection needs. And if you look at this chart, the way that we think about it is we have a set of core technologies, whether it's around immutability, what platforms are we supporting from a hypervisor, server, database perspective? How do we make sure we're optimizing your storage, protecting you with DR, backup and recovery tools, and then making sure you're able to do your RTOs and RPOs. So we have a technology layer that we continue to work on and continue to improve and add more capabilities to. Going upwards, AI-driven insights and workflow automation. This is a big push in UDP 11. We'll talk about that a bit today. But what's coming is more automation, leveraging AI, sitting on top of our core tech stack. One of the things that we'll also talk about today is management, making sure you have the ability to manage the products in a centralized way that's easy, intuitive, and meets your needs, whether that's on-premise or in the cloud. And then finally, we know that most customers today are not in an on-premise only environment or only in a cloud environment. A lot of our customers, a lot of you are somewhere in the middle. And we want to make sure that our platform is meeting those needs no matter where your data is sitting. So this is the focus of the platform that we are building and how we're moving forward. And we are making a lot of progress against this vision. Over the last 6 quarters, we've launched 4 new products into the market. We've done 6 releases in that time frame. Certainly not going to go through everything that is on this slide, but our kind of cadence of bringing capabilities to market is back. We are launching important features every quarter, and we're launching big releases every year, which is what we're going to get into right now with our UDP 11 release. As we were thinking about UDP 11, we were really focused on kind of 4 key problems that our customers are raising to us. One of them is certainly around, hey, I have resource constraints. I need things to be faster. I need things to be simpler. I mean, I think that is an evergreen concern of IT organizations. The second one is something that I think we're all working through right now, which is how do I get more value and efficiency from AI? You can't read anything without talking about AI, but how do I make that real for me within my organization, within the way I do my work? How do I start to drive value from that? I talked about the hardware shortages, hypervisor strategy disruption. That's a big pain point and a big challenge for all of us to address together. And then talking about like cyber resilience, proof of recovery. The market, I feel like, has moved past like, can you back data up? We can all back data up. But how can we make sure that you're able to recover that data when something happens? And being, one of the key themes of this release is really around recoverability and us helping you do that. So I am pleased to show you kind of a lot of the new capability here that we are launching in UDP 11. The first key theme is cyber resilience without compromise. And we have two key features that are coming here. One of them is, and this feeds into the hardware challenges that a lot of you are facing, we now have the ability to run cyber resilient storage on a VM with all of the important security features around that, so that your data is not threatened, but you can reuse existing hardware, spin up a new VM, and be able to take advantage of our ransomware protection and immutable storage. The second big thing that we're launching is disaster recovery runbooks. So we've talked about the challenges of recovery. You know that the key focus is how do I make sure that I'm able to recover? So with our DR runbooks, we are giving you the ability to pre-configure your recovery into the cloud, automatically provision resources in that cloud, give you the ability to test this process really simply, and see your results, and then course correct. So we're really excited about that new capability. In terms of intelligent operations, we want to make it simpler. We want to make our products smarter. We want to make it easier for you to use our product. We're really excited to announce the ArcGenie AI Assistant. That is our new chatbot technology, which will help you understand how to use the product. It will help you understand errors in your logs. It'll help you do analysis on reports that you see. So really a robust AI assistant that we are bringing to market with UDP 11. And then the third key theme is around unified control. We want one platform that gives you the capability to manage everything that you need to do. Two key things that we're bringing to market here. The first one is Proxmox support. We've seen a big shift in the market from VMware towards other hypervisors, Proxmox being the main one we're hearing about, in addition to Nutanix, which we already support. So agentless Proxmox support, a key new feature as part of UDP 11. The other big thing in UDP 11 is a new console experience. So Arcserve console, both as a SaaS version or an on-premise version, is a new management console. We've really tried to simplify the experience for our customers as part of this, while continuing to give you that flexibility of on-premise versus in the cloud. As I mentioned at the beginning, PM team is going to speak right after this and walk you through these capabilities in much more detail. But we're really excited to have this new functionality out to all of you as our customers, as we think that these are really important capabilities, and I'm looking forward to you being able to use them. As we look forward, I just want to talk for a moment about our roadmap. As I said, we're proud of the fact that we are now releasing something important every quarter. We're launching big releases once a year, and we're certainly going to continue doing that. We're already working on the release that we're planning for September. But kind of four kind of categories that we'll talk about. The first one, we launched AI anomaly detection. There's still more work for us to do in terms of making sure you have a full workflow that meets your full requirements when we do find an anomaly. The second part of that is we would then want to be able to plug those anomalies into whether it's a SIM or some other product that you have, where you're consolidating those threats, analyzing them, and being able to take the appropriate action. On the platform support, a big new feature that we're working on, cloud native workload protection. We know, as I talked about earlier, most of you are primarily hybrid, or certainly pushing workloads into the cloud. We want to make sure that you have a streamlined, simple experience to do that through Arcserve. The other thing that we're working on is additional hypervisors. With the VMware changes, it's really fragmented the market, and it's something that we're working hard to keep up on to make sure that you have the hypervisor that you want. On the operational efficiency side, we're working on agentic AI, which will be able to let you set goals, and then our AI agents will then go out and figure out how to execute on those goals for you, saving you time and effort, as you look forward. We're also looking at continuing to streamline the UX experience. I know we just talked about launching our new consoles, which we're excited about, but we're going to continue to work on making those easier, more intuitive, and better meet your needs. So I want to thank you for that time today. As I said, really excited for you to be able to see the product, and that's what we're going to do right now, as Hugo and the PM team will take over and really walk you through the features in more detail, as well as demo some of the experiences for you. So thank you very much, and I look forward to talking to you again later in the session. Thanks, everybody. And Hugo, I'll turn it over to you.